This short video demonstrates how the Active Skills Matrix works. It shows a few of the basic functions and features just to give you an impression of the benefits it might have to your organisation. Let's take a look at the people in the organisation. Select the training records, and then we have a list of all the people in this organisation. If you want to find somebody in particular, we can type in any part of their name. And up comes a list of names here, so let's select on Denise, and you get some basic details on the right. If you click on the full details, it goes into the full details of Denise, and at the top you've got her basic HR details. Here we have their employment history. On this side we've got the training that she's attended in her past within the company, and at the bottom the training needs analysis. We can also add additional skills just to Denise. So if we click on the plus sign here, we can select a new skill. So let's say she wants to be get involved with quality. We can make that from beginning of November 2016. And the importance of that is it's suggested. Just click save. And that new skill requirement is now added to Denise. And you can see that appearing her training needs analysis with the 3 courses associated with the quality skill. On the front screen of the Active Skills Matrix is the Status at a Glance section. This gives a summary of the training needs analysis for every individual in the organisation. On the left-hand side there are suggested, recommended and mandatory levels of training. Across the top are those that are not due, those that are imminent, for which there might need to be some planning provision, and those courses that are late. If you click on any of the boxes, you can see a summary of those courses that fall into each section. Let's take a look at how we configure a position in the company. So we select anyone from the list. Let's select the shift team leader. Here you can see we've got a list of anybody currently in that position. Let's select on Benjamin Lewis, and you can see there on the right we've got his current training needs analysis. Along the bottom we've got skills assigned to this position, and just alongside it are those skills currently not assigned. So let's add manual handling to the skill set of the shift team leader. You can now see that on Benjamin's training needs analysis that appears as mandatory. If we now go back to the main screen, we can see that there's more mandatory late training appeared. Now we've added the manual handling, so we click on that, and we can see those people that are now listed. Of course, those that already have the training won't appear on this list. Let's take a look at how we configure skills. For each skill in the organisation, there'll be a number of training courses. So as we select the skills on the left here, you can see at the bottom the training courses that are required to support that skill. Across the top, on the top right, you can see the positions that require that skill, and just to the left of that, the positions that currently don't require it. So let's add shift manager to the requirements for presentation skills. Let's make that recommended. So you now see anybody who's now a shift manager will require presentation skills. Let's add another training course to presentation skills. So we'll scroll down the drop-down list of all the available training and select presentation skills advanced and make that a recommended training course for that skill. And that's now added to the list. So anybody with presentation skills as a requirement through their position or directly will now require those training courses. Let's take a look at training courses. On the left hand side here you can see we've got a full list of the existing training courses. To add a new one we simply add that using the button here. But let's just take a look at the first one at the top of the list here, the manual handling. You can see here this is the basic details of it with a pass level which is configurable, and also the expiry. So the expiry is 365 days in this example, and that means that there's some refresher training here which is the repeat of the same course 365 days later. Suppose we want to search for somebody with a particular skill set within the organisation. We select search, and then I'm going to select from the skill set here, I'm going to select mandatory all, which is a list of mandatory training courses that must be completed. And also from the training side of things, I can directly select, in addition to the site induction, which comes under the mandatory all, let's take the presentation skills basic and advanced. And we can see here from the list below, we've got 1, 2, 3 people that satisfy 3 out of 3 of those mandatory selections. So we could continue to select as many training courses as we like. So we've just added mediation in there, and we can see that nobody's completed mediation along with the other 3 selected training courses. So imagine you to get together the training records for an individual in your organisation, or even a group of people. Maybe there's an external client, or maybe there's an external body who wishes to audit the position for people's training. We can select the portfolio section here and select any number of people. We're just going to select one, which is Anne Alexander, and hit export. And what that does is generate then a list of everything that relates to Anne Alexander's training. They're just in one simple file. So any certificates, so just give you an example here. These of course is made up data, along with any sort of personal identification and a PDF summary with the position and a list of all the training that's been completed by Anne. Okay, so let's demonstrate how we can plan a training event. So here we have a list of all of the training that's required in priority order. So let's organise a manual handling training event. So we simply hit create, select who's going to provide the training. This one's going to be internal on the 15th of November. We then simply select those people we want to attend. So let's choose the 4 mandatory training outstanding, plus some of those that are imminent as well. So we optimise the numbers on the course, hit create event. And that's now created the event in the system, sends an email to all of those individuals invited, giving them joining instructions, time and date of the course, and so on. Okay, let's now imagine that some time's passed and the training course has been completed. So let's view the events and pick out that same manual handling training course and view its details. Okay. We're going to say that it's now happened in the past, so we're going to cheat a bit with the event date there, and now set all of those people to pass, with the exception of Virginia Phillips, who only attained 20%, or it could be just as a simple fail. This is all configurable. We'll also put a note against the name explaining what happened, so explain that she didn't listen to the course and failed to successfully pass the test. That note stays against the name. Similarly, we can attach documents against each individual. They could be their training certificates or anything else we choose to add in there. And now each of those individuals has their training records updated, and we can see from the training needs analysis status that the number of mandatory training courses has now reduced. The mandatory late training courses is only reduced by 3 because, of course, Virginia didn't pass the course, so her training requirement is still outstanding.